Monkey Island. That's a monkey.
That honest little guy right there.
Who's ever seen a monkey before? So we've all heard of monkey see, monkey do, but this story's all about public see, monkey do things for a modest admission fee. That's right. I'm going to be talking about everyone's favorite Lost Valley attraction and least favorite Planet of the Apes sequel, Monkey Island. The not-so-fun one. A place whose name almost tells you everything you need to know already, but I'm going to tell you it again.
I have a feeling it wasn't on an island.
Elvis was an island, so this could be an island too. To understand the mindset necessary for a place named Monkey Island to be given the go-ahead, we have to go back to 1938 when a scientist brought 409 volunteers in the form of monkeys from India to an island off the coast of Puerto Rico, and he just let them all loose. That was his science experiment. They would just have their run of the island, and that's what he was trying to record.
What will monkeys do if they're free?
Be happy? I don't know. What that experiment was trying to prove, again, I have no idea, but I do know that the monkeys did eventually end up typing the entire works of Shakespeare. If you look up this island on Google Maps, it's even labeled Monkey Island, so I'm not lying. Use your microphone. No one could hear that wonderful jab you just gave at me. I tried dropping the street view of the guy on Google Maps onto the island, but it quickly had feces thrown at it, and my computer got Ebola, so I couldn't look any further. So, of course, once word got to America of this Monkey Island, everybody wanted to visit it, but since it was the Depression, the only boats anyone could afford to take a trip on were to take them across a river to a bread line somewhere. No one was going on cruises to Puerto Rico. Instead, it was up to showmen to bring Monkey Island onto land to the American people. Monkey Islands across the country started popping up, and Los Angeles was not immune to this madness.
There was more than one Monkey Island?
They were all over the country. There was confusion as to who exactly started Los Angeles' Monkey Island. It was either thought to be a guy named Adolph Weiss or Louis Weiss. Adolph Weiss was a classical musician. Louis Weiss was a movie producer who made movies named The White Gorilla, Terrors of the Jungle, 2 Tarzan movies, and just 1 year before Monkey Island opened, he made a movie called Jungle Menace, and then stopped making movies for the duration of the existence of Monkey Island. So the mystery persists of which of these two men might have created Monkey Island.
Obsess isn't the right word. I don't know what I'm thinking of, though. Exploitative? I don't know if that's it.
Is it any weirder than dressing up as Elvis?
I guess not.
To build an island for your monkeys?
To make money, yeah.
So there's Adolph, the mild-mannered classical musician, or Louis, the monkey-crazy, over-the-top producer with monkey to spare. So Adolph teamed up with a guy named Jack Cohn, and on November 3rd, 1938, a delivery from Kolkata, India arrived in the port of Long Beach for them. The contents of this delivery, 500 wild chimpanzees and orangutans. I don't know if they were driving the boat, or I don't know how they were transported. This was the largest single collection of monkeys ever to arrive in America.
I hope so.
Congratulations. We have the American flag out to celebrate that. I don't know why.
Salute you.
Yeah, I don't know why there's not a city holiday, but it would be silly. Celebrating this one. Now, the place where these monkeys would live was centered around what is now 3300 Cahuenga Boulevard, and it occupied 3 acres, which would stretch it into parts of what is now Universal Studios. And if this former area doesn't now cover Curious George parking, those people did not do their research, and I'm going to be as upset as Frankenstein parking about that. Their habitat was designed by an art director from Hollywood named Paul Palmentola, and an architect. Do you have a picture, the next picture that isn't a monkey?
I only have money.
They all got replaced by monkey pictures. This is what the place looked like. It looks like an island. It was designed by this Hollywood art director and then an architect named George Sprague. It was 100 feet long. It was oval-shaped. It had a 40-foot-high plastic mountain, as you see there, right in the middle.
Oh, that's plastic?
Yeah.
They didn't make that?
They didn't
mold rock?
They didn't have that come in from India also. That's part of the Himalayas. They're plastic. Scattered around this island, there were palm trees, there were springs, waterfalls, and anything else an art director would assume a monkey would need to survive. Give him a swing. A swing and a hose. Surrounding this island, there was a 15-foot wide, you can kind of see, it's a 15-foot wide, 3-foot deep moat that the monkeys couldn't get across. They were like the headless horsemen. They can't cross water. So they were safely contained on this island without having to worry about them escaping, so they wouldn't have to be locked in cages, giving people unobstructed, free-range, organic, cage-free views of all of these monkeys. Backstage, the monkeys slept in a dormitory on steel shelves covered in straw that could hold, this building could hold a maximum capacity of 2,000 primates in what could only be described as a gorilla gulag. I don't know where they thought they were going to get so many monkeys. In December 1938, they flipped the switch to turn on their welcome sign, which, by the way, was the biggest animated neon sign west of Chicago. And it took 3 months to build just the sign. And Monkey Island, a paradise of primates, was open. This was part independent zoo, part tourist attraction, part animal abuse, and it was an immediate hit. It was very popular, thanks not least of all to being right at the first stop in the valley of the Pacific Electric red cars. So you get there, you get off the train.
Monkeys.
What else? Monkeys.
Monkeys. Right.
Here I am.
Take me to the monkeys.
Get off at Monkeys. So it was 25 cents to get in, 10 cents for children, free if you denied evolution. For an extra fee, you were given peanuts and vegetables to throw at the monkeys.
Not a bad deal.
Yeah, you could eat them. I mean, you could that could be
them
your
or you could
lunch.
throw
It was
them,
a depression. We could be eating that too. You just stand across the moat and watch the monkeys run wild. Like that's what you would just go and watch that. There's one picture. It's not like it's like at a zoo where you kind of see a few monkeys if you go to the monkey cage. Like there were monkeys everywhere. Like it was like Monkey Times Square. Like they were just swarming everywhere. It was ridiculous. There were a lot of them. It wasn't island with a few monkeys. It was Monkey Island. They had performances every day by Monkey Island's famed high school troupe of chimpanzee movie stars. What that means, I will never know.
Did the monkeys make the movie and they became their own stars?
Yeah, they had Peter Nesmith or whatever his name is. They also had regular performances there involving some more evolved primates by the name of Errol Flynn, John Carradine, Andy Devine, who played Frisbee in the Hocus Pocus and Frisbee episode of The Twilight Zone. If anyone knows that, I'll repeat that for you. Andy Devine, who played Frisbee in the Hocus Pocus and Frisbee episode of The Twilight Zone.
He was a monkey there? What?
Maybe I should go back a little further.
Go ahead.
He did performances there. So did Errol Flynn and John Carradine. They all knew this.
Robin Hood?
Yeah. Also, Phil Harris, who would be so inspired by this jungle environment that he would later go on to do the voice of Baloo in The Jungle Book. Yeah, he did. I assume he also did monkey voices. Why not? Bears are pretty much monkeys.
I don't think that's true.
Read a textbook. I think you'll find I'm right. Some of the monkeys themselves managed to swing some movie work for themselves, like Koi the chimpanzee, who played the original cheetah in the Tarzan movies. Jigs the orangutan, who was the star of Monkey Island. He was like the monkey to see.
He was top monkey?
Yeah. He was, what's the monkey from the Jungle Book?
King Louie?
King Louie. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody who helped with that.
Thanks, Walt Disney Corporation. So this guy, he was so charismatic that they trusted him enough to walk around and greet visitors and not rip off their genitals when they weren't looking. He would just do whatever he wants. These most popular monkeys, like the movie star monkeys, they got special treatment and they got to lounge with tubs of ice and a hose and lemonade and watermelons, while the rest of them had to huddle under the waterfalls to escape the heat. And they didn't even get any Oscars. They didn't get to go to the Oscars, those ones. In March 1939, the monkeys got some new playthings when a goat in Burbank had quadruplets, and in a sign of unity between the city of Burbank and the Principality of Monkey Island, these goat babies were given to the monkeys to play with.
What is that?
This is how Planet of the Apes starts.
You give them transportation, they're going to take everything.
And then they had all these rifles that were born, and they gave... The monkeys would ride the goats, and it was said that they found each other mutually amusing. Oh. But it wasn't all fun and goats on Monkey Island. In 1940, while part of the moat was being drained from maintenance, 100 monkeys saw their chance for freedom. And they made a break for it and scattered into the valley.
Quick to City Valley to freedom!
Their jurisdiction is no good there. They just ran away. Instead of hunting them down, Vice, who is the owner, instead of going after them, he just put a bunch of grapes everywhere, and one by one the monkeys came filing back onto the island, desperate for food. He was so proud of him, he never lost a monkey in this or any situation, and stating as a true cult leader, they always return.
Oh, if Planet of the Apes had ended like that, just like one grape, Been fine.
If only Charlton Heston had some grapes. It's not clear when or why exactly Monkey Island closed. Attendance started to slip, one can only assume because attendants stepped on one of the many banana peels that were around. What most likely happened... I enjoyed that. What most likely happened was World War II hit, and suddenly people were too preoccupied with other islands in the Pacific to be interested in Monkey Island.
All the monkeys got turned into bullets.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Pre-World War II, Vice... This is where it gets sad. Vice would give 150 monkeys a month to local hospitals to test out serums, which is not very paradise of primates, I have to say. I don't blame them for running away.
Yeah.
On top of that, towards the end, it seemed like there weren't as many monkeys. I can't imagine where they went. And the conditions were getting kind of sad and cruel from what it seems. Then in 1944, Pacific Electric stopped running there and a freeway started being built. So it was around this time that it was closed for good. There's still pictures of it around like 1948, but it may not have been open then. So Monkey Island is no more, but if you're driving through the Cahuenga Pass late at night and you listen real hard, you just might hear the sound of traffic going by.